Good evening, ladies, and welcome to Pam's Cafe. Today we're going to be making the famous orange juice cake. And when you came in, you should have got a copy of the recipe. Does everybody have a copy?
Yes.
All right, well, to get us started, I'm going to do a little icebreaker. And what I need for you all to do is to name something in the kitchen that begins with the first letter of your first name. So I'm going to start off first. Pot holder for Pam.
Lois, L for lid.
Darla, dishwasher. My name is Lisa, and L for Lego.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven on so it can be getting warm. So we'll turn the oven on to 325, and let that way when we get started, the oven already warm. I'd like to run through the recipe with you. So we have sugar, orange juice, cake mix, vanilla pudding, stick of butter, Crisco oil, eggs, shortening, and flour. Now, if you notice, you didn't see the shortening or the flour on the recipe because that's one of my grandmother's old tricks, and I'll tell you about it once we get ready to start preparing. And also, we have pecans. So, are there any questions?
I have a question. Is it instant pudding that you're using, or?
It is instant pudding.
Okay. Yes.
And you don't have to actually make up the pudding. You want to keep it in the dry format.
Okay.
And please feel free to ask questions as I go along. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Grandma's trick. I'm going to base my pan with the Crisco shortened. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little flour. And this prevents the cake from sticking. So this is Grandma's trick.
So does the flour have to be only at the bottom, or should it be all the way around plus the bottom?
It should be all the way around plus the bottom.
Okay.
Even the middle part.
Oh, okay.
The tube.
Okay.
Then we're going to take the pecans and place them in the bottom of the pan. And I know the recipe calls for a half a cup, but usually I use maybe a 4 cup, just depending on, my little for the day. Next, we're going to go ahead and mix up the cake batter.
Okay.
So what we're going to use, we're going to take the cake mix, the vanilla pudding, 4 eggs, and half a cup of oil, and a cup of orange juice. You're going to mix that all together for about 5 minutes until it's smooth. And a lot of times in between my mixing, I will go ahead and stop it periodically and take a spatula and kind of go around the bowl to make sure that it's smooth. And once you get it smooth, then you're ready to pour it in the pan.
I have a question. I'm watching my cholesterol. If I wanted to just use egg whites, can I just use egg whites and not the yolk?
I never tried it with just the egg white, so I can't tell you how it would come out. I always use the full egg and the yolk. So we're going to pour the batter into the cake pan. Place it in the oven. You're going to let it bake for about 50 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
And then about 5 minutes before it's done, you want to start making your glaze. And for the glaze, we're going to use a cup of sugar, a stick of butter, and a 1/4 cup of orange juice.
Okay.
And you're going to mix it on the stove and just stir it until it's smooth. And then when you take the cake out of the oven, you're going to pour that glaze immediately on the cake while it's still hot. There's no need to take a toothpick and poke holes in it because it's going to automatically absorb into the cake.
Okay.
So you let it sit. Once you do that, you let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then you're ready to serve. And this is what your finished product will look like.
Wow. Wow, that looks wonderful. Oh, my.
So this is our famous orange juice cake.
Oh.
Nice and smooth on the
Yes.
So enjoy.
Okay.
And thank you for coming out to Pam's Cafe.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.